Hi guys, my name is Megan and today I've got some books that will leave you hungry. Alright, so it's almost Thanksgiving, so I figured I would share some of the books that have left me hungry because Thanksgiving is all about the food, really. So let's go ahead and just dive right in. The first book I'd like to recommend is going to be A Cuban Girl's Guide to Tea and Tomorrow. This was one of my favorite books I read probably 2 years ago, I think, at this point. So this is following Lila, who is being sent to live in England with her aunt and uncle because her parents are worried for Lila's mental health after losing a family member and trying to keep her bakery on track and some other personal things going on in her life. So her parents are sending her to England to spend the summer with her aunt and uncle, and all she wants to do is bake in the bed and breakfast's kitchen that her aunt and uncle own. And there she meets Orion, who is making deliveries of tea from his dad's tea shop to the bed and breakfast. And they kind of hit it off, and it's this really lovely story of these two kind of bonding over food and trying to make the best of Lila's stay in London because she doesn't really want to be there. And like the cooking and the food and just like the baking that's in this will leave you so hungry at the end of it. Next up I have Bookshops and Bone Dust. This is the prequel to Legends and Lattes. So this is following Viv, our orc main character, as she is kind of laid up with an injury and stuck in this tiny little beach town and just kind of doesn't know what to do with herself because she just wants to get back out there and adventure. And she stumbles into a bookshop looking for something to read, and she starts making friends, and there's this little bake shop down at the corner near the ocean, and she starts going in there, and you can see the little seeds of ideas that are planted in Viv's head for when she eventually decides to stop adventuring and settle down and make her own coffee shop. And just the way that food is talked about in this is so wonderful, and the adventure in this is really soft and cozy. Next up I have a graphic novel, and that's going to be Chef's Kiss. So this is following English graduate Ben, who doesn't get the job opportunities that he thought he would with his English degree, and he sees a help wanted sign in a restaurant and decides that while he's waiting for the perfect opportunity to come along for his English degree, he's gonna join in this kitchen and learn how to cook and bake, and generally just finds himself a home in the kitchen at this beautiful restaurant. And it's just such a sweet story of like finding a place for yourself where you didn't think you would find one. And like all the food in this looks absolutely fantastic. Next up I have That Time I Got Drunk and Needed a Love Potion at a Werewolf. This is the second book in the Mead Mishap series. This is following Brie, who is a cheesemaker and a cheesemonger, so that means she sells cheese. And this is following her at a celebration for her friend Cinnamon, who comes home with a whole bunch of demons in tow. And like they're having a celebration, they're getting drunk at the party, and somebody tries to give Brie a love potion, and she accidentally yeets it at Felix the werewolf, and all sorts of shenanigans happen. Just the foodie adventure in this is so much fun because Felix is a lactose intolerant, so that makes Brie's job a little bit harder since she makes cheese and sells cheese. But like they have such a fun like food adventures, like eating and picnicking, and like the adventure that goes on around these two as they try to figure out how to break the love potion curse thing that's on them. But also like they're super sweet together. This is also super spicy and like definitely not for those under 18. And then the last book I'd like to recommend is going to be Like Real People Do. This is following Elijah, who is a college freshman who is recovering from an injury that derailed his Olympics figure skating career, and he's like trying to get back into figure skating, but he also runs a foodie blog with his best friend. And it's also following Alexander Price, who is the youngest captain in the NHL history. So these two have a not so great meet cute at the ice rink, but from there they start to become like reluctant friends to best friends to, oh, I didn't realize we were dating, like real quick. And it's so much fun, and Alex just being so smitten with Eli over the food that he creates for him. It's just really sweet. This one does have disability rep for Elijah, who has epilepsy, and it's just such a good book, and it will definitely leave you hungry and wanting more of this series. All right, so those are some of my favorite books that will leave you hungry at the end of them. What's a book that left you guys hungry? What's a book that talked about some food that you wanted to try? Let me know down below. If you guys like this video, don't forget the like button. If you haven't already but would like to, go and hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to follow me on social media for more bookish stuff, check out the links down below. Alrighty, bye guys.